The lesson is you only get answers to the questions you ask. Yeah.
Or as my mom used to say, closed mouths don't get fed.
What is the purpose for asking questions? Obviously, if you want to eat, you want to get something, you need to ask, right? And so that's the first one. What else we got?
Show interest in the other person.
What about being curious?
Get better results.
It's not just about the asking of the questions, it's about the asking of the questions in order to listen and hear the answers.
A lot of times you want to question what they're saying so that you can understand their why and why they feel a certain way.
As a leader, I think we're expected, or we think we're expected, to always have the answers. And I think a lot of times the ego or our belief that we know it all gets in the way. And I think the purpose is to ask questions. Don't be scared to ask questions because we don't know it all.
Just because I know the information doesn't mean I shouldn't check in and ask others to see what they know.
Well, try to look at a different perspective because you're so caught in what you know and what you believe to be right that you can't see that everything evolves over time.
It's not just asking questions because you do not know it. It's about you asking questions because you wanted to hear them talk and show them their skills.
Because if you don't know someone, you don't have a relationship with them, you don't know what their intent is. You don't really know who they are or where they're coming from or their style or anything like that. That's why I've always leaned on building relationships.
So in some points, it's just people communicate differently, and you should be empathetic to the way other people communicate and know that everything maybe not be a jib at you at the end of the day.
You know, instead of just thinking that, okay, you're out to get me and I'm in trouble, or you don't know what you're talking about, or whatever is going through putting me on the defensive, to just, hey, let's look at it and let's be better.
You know, what were you hoping to accomplish with that? Versus that blame. Why did you do that? Because now I got to get defensive. But if you just told me what your goals were, now we can work towards rebuilding and getting back to that, right?
It's not just the form of how you say it. Obviously, that's important, but it's also the substance of the communication. And if you have that relationship and you have the understanding and you understand that the intent is not to blame, it's just to truly understand, there's no one feeling blamed on the other end.
Because if your goal is to argue and question that person, basically, you would keep on doing that. But if your intention is really to help and, figure out how you can come up for a solution, so that would also.
I love that because, and then how do we train our team properly? We ask questions, we get to know each other, we make sure to inspire each other. And with this lesson in asking questions, that's how we train.
The only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing. I love that.
That's what it was. I was thinking about it, and I was like, what the hell is that quote? And
My Uncle Socrates.
Mr. Socrates.